Hey there, so today we have another review, and this is a beer from Dogfish Head. This is their 75 minutes, so they've reformulated. First, I believe this beer came in a 750 before? Maybe. And this is a 7.5% IPA brewed with maple syrup, so let's dig into it. So this is obviously in between 60 and 90 minutes. And then also with the addition of maple syrup. So this makes the beer a little bit more different. Very curious to try it out, so let's dig into it. So beer comes in a light amber color. Yeah, light amber color. Has an off-white head. Small bubbles on there. Not super large head retention on that. A little bit of chill haze. Even like a medium, light haze that. It's a month fresh, by the way. Yeah. Doesn't seem to pop on the nose. I do have a little cold, but I did find it on the warm shelf, and like, I guess at one point I just had to figure out that like I just can't have to stop buying beer off the warm shelf on here, and I actually don't know what the procedure at Total Wine is because I find a lot of stinkers, even though they're relatively fresh, despite being on the shelf. Just like pretty bland nose. It has, oh, there you go. I get a little bit whisper of that maple sweetness. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything wrong with my nose. I mean, it just doesn't really smell like much. It smells a little bit hoppy. It's hoppy and a little bit maple syrup. Cheers. That's a bland maple IPA. Yeah, what can I say? That's such a shame. This has to be like a video I have to do or something, because like it's consistently been an issue where the beers are generally relatively fresh. A product like Dogfish Head really should have their product be able to last, even IPA, around for anywhere from 3 to 6 months. And somehow this is a month fresh, and it's just like no good. I mean, it must be something like Total Wine or like whatever I'm buying it from is just literally leaving it in the sun for hours upon hours. Like even on the warm shelf, I think it should somewhat last okay. But man, I get lemon, I get honey, I get a little bit of herbaceous thing coming in, a little bit of spiciness as well. A little bit of rounded malt character, a little bit of light touch of biscuit. Like a really, almost like, I guess that's oxidation. I'm not sure. That's only a month in. It should be quite a shelf-stable product, yeah. This is definitely just like it's not overly sweet and it's not overly oxidized, but it's just like I got a twinge of that nice maple flavor and sort of a generic kind of like, you know, like nothing really zings. Like IPA, you want like the hops are the ingredient in this beer. It's not the water, it's not the malt, it's not the maple, it's not the yeast. The expressive character of this should really be like a pizzazz kind of like thing that comes on the palate and or the nose, and it's just like spicy, lemony, herbal, a little bit maple, a little bit malt. Just very bland. I don't know. Sitting here right now, this beer gets a. This honestly does not taste like a well-known brewery like Dogfish Head. This really tastes like just like a poor example of IPA produced by like your typical local brewery. It doesn't necessarily have off flavors, but you've definitely had those kind of bland beers from your local breweries that like, and a lot of times, honestly, with them, it's water treatment. But here, obviously, Dogfish Head knows what they're doing, and it's just like, everything falls flat. If you had those flat beers before, not carbonation wise, but the flavor's just like meh. And this is such like, I'd have this, I'd, go to a brewery, I'll be like, probably would not want to finish a pint of this, despite the fact it's like it's not offensive in a sense, but it just like now you just drink calories, not drinking beer. It's not refreshing. Doesn't really do anything. A little too dense, and with that little bit of maple sweetness, a little too much malt without the hops to really help it out. So this beer for me gets a. This is almost like one of the worst kinds of beer, where the fact that it's not a terribly all flavor beer, but it's like, what is this? Like it's brown. It's the color brown, right? It's just like everything's there, and it's just like like nothing's like interesting about it. What do we give beer that's brown in that sense? C? 75. 75. This is a 75 minute from Dogfish Head. Fitting rating, fitting the name of the beer. Let me know what you guys think. Until next time, guys, cheers. Let me know if you have had that same issue with Total Wine. I really need to stop buying these warm shelf beers and complain about that, because the amount of money I've spent at Total Wine for these like single bottle reviews of the beers they leave on the warm shelf has been, I don't know how much. Probably a lot. Until next time, guys, cheers. Later.